Let's talk about diagnosing sick plants. You know, your leaves are always leaving you clues. If you just know how to read them, you can fix it. Let's get into this, boys.
Dude Grows is for educational and entertainment purposes only. All our content is legal and complies with YouTube community guidelines. So there.
Come on, happy Saturday morning. Yeah, this is cool. This is inspired by something we saw over at RealDGC.com, where why are my tips curling or turning white? And are they curling up? They curling down? Are the tips white? Is the edges white? All that gives you clues, man. You can actually learn something, man.
That can be confusing. We got a guide. We'll show some pictures, man. I used to have people when I worked at the grow store, they'd literally bring the leaves into me in like a Ziploc bag. Be like,
smart.
Like on the down low, come to the back of the store. Technically, it's illegal that. But yeah, it is. But really, you got to know the whole story as well. It's just a good idea to keep a grow up. You know, you don't just want to go in there and be like, got a little discoloration, some bumps. Then there's some white spots. Then there's rust. It can be tough.
I'm looking around for my Facebook glasses, the Meta glasses. I think they're like $200 now. I don't think they're super expensive. That is the best grow vlog. That I just put those glasses on. I'm like, hey, this is what I did in the grow today. Take maybe 60 seconds, and I have the most detailed 60-second notes for every time I'm in the grow. That is a cool tool, man.
You have me tempted as much as I don't want another battery-powered device in my life.
Right.
I gotta get over it. That is really easy. You don't even have to have your phone out. You can just track what you're doing. That's a great idea to track your grow.
Yeah, and then I just put on my calendar. Of course, I have a calendar. Calendar just says see video. It's lazy, right?
We'll hop right into it, man. It is the month of May, and it is almost DGC Cup time, the first weekend of June, guys. Go to dgccup.com, dgccup.com. We have almost 70 strains of flowers, Scotty, and you're the guy that says don't cut it off. This is 70 entries, everybody that comes can judge them. So I don't know, maybe we'll have a record this year.
It's so hard. I mean, dude, this is like a dream, to be able to have a cannabis event, competition, celebration. So when dude calls me up and he goes, hey, man, we got too many people. We got 70 people that want to enter. We're supposed to cut it off at 60. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make an executive decision. Let him bring the weed, man. So, yeah, we're doing it.
All right. I like it. DGCcup.com, guys. Come on out. You producers, don't forget to get your discount code. Get 15% off those tickets over in the producers area on RealDGC.com.
Yeah. Is it weird that my Google picture frame is showing me and you at the DGC Cup right now? Like, it's a little too on the nose.
It's expected. It's expected at this point. You'd call it out if it wasn't.
For real.
All right, let's get into this, man. If you're not sure what that brown spot is, those rusty edges, the white spots, man, there could be a lot of things. It could be nutritional. It could be pest problem. It could be a whole bunch of environmental issues that cause this. So let's hop into it, Scotty. This was inspired by Donkey Dank, by the way, on RealDGC.com.
Yeah. All right, this one is called Diagnosing Sick Plants by Donkey Dank, and it's good. Grambo, thank you for showing these pictures. That could be a few things right there, right? Wow, that looks like it's several things at once.
Well, the first thing I ask is, okay, what part of the plant is this? Is this the oldest growth? Oldest growth is the lowest part of the plant. Is this the newest growth? And that's also what you need to know once you address your problem. Really keep an eye on the newest growth. Or what part of it? Is it mid? Does it start at mid and go up? Know where it is in the plant and go from there.
Yeah, that is what I'm talking about, man. There's clues. So, you know how we talk about mobile nutrients and immobile nutrients? So if you're seeing deficiencies on the bottom or some of the older leaves, those are mobile nutrients because it took those nutrients from the old growth and pushed it up into their new growth. So that would tell you that you've got a mobile nutrient issue. What's that? Nitrogen. I'm trying to think. Phosphorus. All the good ones are mobile, right? It's all nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium. Those are your main mobile nutrients right there. So yeah, if you see it on the old growth, that would tell you that. Man, look at that. What's going on there though with that in that picture? Take a look at that. And right there, the next pick over, I don't know what's going on there. That to me is classic calcium deficiency though. No, when I see those necrotic spots, that tells me calcium, and calcium is immobile. So those spots are never going to get fixed, no matter how much calcium you give them.
Well, and what's the root of the issue? I mean, technically, if your pH is either, if you have let's say most growers at this day and age have a good nutrient, a base bottled nutrient, they're following whatever, it's got what you need, your meat and potatoes, your NPK and your micronutrients. So, and if that has that, and most growers do, then it's either your pH, something's wrong in your isosphere. That's where it's accessing them, right? So it's either a pH issue, you're not using enough microbes. I love microbes to make my nutrients available. I've not ever had an issue since I started using microbes.
Hey, real quick, so let's just address each one of those. So pH, you're talking lockout. If your pH, nutrients can only be absorbed at a certain pH range, between like 5.8 and 6 something. And if you're not in that range, so you can have all the nutrients in there, but they get locked out. So there could be a lot of calcium in there. What Grambo are you looking? Grambo on the boards, man. But you could have plenty of calcium in there, but it could be getting locked out just because the plant can't grab it because it's at the wrong pH.
I do want to say I've had a lot of growers freak out, helping people at the hydro store that have a leaf issue. If you're going to have a deficiency, it's going to be not on all your plant, but don't freak out if one of your lower leaves, especially the older leaves, sometimes they tend to show a little rust, or they might die off, or they might yellow out. If 85%, 90% of your canopy is looking good, you're probably good, but it is good to pay attention to what's going on with the leaves. They tell you what's happening. And shut up, Grow It Easy. You got a link. Grow It Easy has a good deficiency guide.
They have been around forever, man. Aren't they pre-DGC? Grow It Easy?
Yeah. Is it Nebula Haze?
It was 12 years ago. Hey, this was really cool though. This thing keeps going, Grambo. I don't know. We can scroll, right? But there you go. Bugs, man. Bugs can cause a lot of these issues. Bugs can mimic nutrient deficiencies, and then bugs in your root zone. Don't forget, your roots suck up those nutrients. If your roots are sick and they can't pull up nutrients, your tissue is going to be deficient. But
I can give you two classic examples of that would be russet mites or broad mites. Those I've had plenty of growers say, man, I'm getting pH lockout. My leaves are deformed, my new growth, and struggle with it. You really got to scope for those. And another one, when they first came on in Colorado, was root aphids. Your upper part of your plant would start to yellow out and look faded, and you're giving it everything it needed, and you didn't understand that your root zone was under attack.
Wow, man. Boy, this is terrible looking, man. Yeah, iron deficiency. Iron's one of those things. If it's not at the right pH, it gets locked out. I've never had plants look like that. Oh, that's ugly. Yeah. All of this stuff, man. It is great. I mean, thank God there is resources on the internet. This is one of the best ones right here. But, man, check out a nutrient deficiency chart. You see manganese. A lot of people don't know about that. No, I'm just kidding. It's my best Caddyshack right there.
How do you say that again? Let's take it over here to hit on last one, environment. That as well. I mean, give me an example. Environment really can throw off. Like if it's too hot, you can get leaf curl. Too dry, you can get tacoing on your petals of your leaf.
Yeah. What about just if the stomata are closed? The stomata of the plant sucks up that nutrient through, from the roots through the plant and out the stomata, right? If the stomata are closed and the plant's not sucking up nutrient, you're going to get a nutrient deficiency because it's not getting into the plant tissue.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's something to keep on. We say VPD almost every show now. It's like keep on your VPD and your plants are going to be happy.
Look, could you imagine if we were running a professional grow and you go, hey, man, the plants aren't looking good. And my first question was, hey, is the air conditioning working? Is the temperature? What's the temperature and humidity? It would be the first question. Is the power on? What's temp and humidity? So that's what VPD is. So I don't think we're overstating it.
Well, I'll give you a good summary here, guys. We're going into summer, so definitely be scoping your grow. It is an easier time to have bugs come from the outside to the inside on you, on your pets, on whatever. Do yourself a favor in a 5x5 tent. Make sure you're pulling that back plant out and looking at it, the back corner. I've seen so many grow rooms where the back corner might get a little bit of PM on the lower part of a plant and the grower doesn't catch it. Just be scoping everything. And I say this all the time. As far as nutrient deficiencies in leaves in the past, and this isn't just a shout out to real growers, ever since I've been using microbes and recharge in a quality media with a pH water at 6.5 to about 7.5, I've had zero nutrient lockout across multiple brands. Those microbes grow like Mother Nature grows, and keep your rhizosphere happy. You're going to have happy leaves.
Microbes are in a fertile soil. Fertile soil that is loaded with microbes is able to hold nutrients at the root zone. Those microbes are able to eat the nutrients. They die right in the root zone, and it's just slow release. And then it conditions the roots so that it can pull up that nutrient. So it's a win-win thing.
I like that. Don't forget, man, if you guys are over on realdgc.com, you can get your grower question on there right now, man. We even made a new group for you. I believe we're just posting all of our Grow Talk questions of the week. So go on over there and contribute and help us build the show.
Yes.
It's Saturday, man. We're going to just reminisce. I pulled some fun comments from over in the chat on realdgc.com, and VT Grows, shout out VT Grows, says producer VT Grows. Yo, Scotty, what up? I have a question about the old school Miami Crippy. I remember this. I lived in South Florida for almost 3 years myself. It's from the mid-90s. That shit was so wet and sticky, could only be smoked on a bowl or a bong and had to be cut up with scissors.
Yes.
It would stay in the bag.
We thought that was great. We thought that was great. We're like, look how sticky it is.
So, hey, do you know what strain that was or how it got so wet and sticky? Was it bagged prematurely? I'd love to know more about what that was. Thanks. He's on to something there. BT's on to something.
It just reminded me, and Jay Maestro is down there. Shout out to Jay Maestro, man. Hope you are kicking ass. And, but he knows all the lore because he might have been one of those guys that was providing this back in the day. He says that's a plant we called the 90 because it had a 90-day flowering time, although everyone cut it at 70 days and did less than a 1 week dry. So it came out. Yep. And so it came out, steaming in the bag. Literally, man. It was an 80s haze that had been around a haze that had been around since the 80s. He doesn't have the specific name, but that's what he says. Everyone that bought it knew it as just crippy. And back in the day, early 90s, you had regs and you had crippy. And that means you're either paying, $60 an ounce or $110 a quarter, maybe even $25 a gram sometimes.
Nice. Yeah, I remember getting that stuff. And I was like, that was one of the first times actually coming from the Midwest, by stems and seed bags that I saw like the green glow, I'd call it. And the trichome sticking on the side of the bag, being like, damn, okay. Why aren't they drying it long enough, man? The market's just too demanding. We're at what, 5,000-6,000 a pound back then, maybe?
Oh, man. Because if somebody calls you up and goes, bag it up, I'm pulling a miracle for you, Scotty. You bag it up. That's what it was, free market, man. What do you know, man? What do you know?
How much of Florida versus that was known? I mean, Florida is a big party area. A lot of people that moved down there from the upper East Coast.
Sure.
But I remember that's the first place I was exposed to how much indoor growing was going on. And I guess it was a big supplier for going up with the I-95 and some going all the way up to New York and stuff.
From what I'm told, yes. Yeah, from what I'm told, there was a lot of grow houses going on. It was a decent business model for a long time.
One of the best strains out there right now is the I-95. It's one of my favorite gaseous strains. And nice. So the legend is passed forward through the strain names.
Oh, man.
I will say, when I lived in Florida, it was the only place I walked into a house where the house was the grow. Like the whole house. Like walls removed. Like immediately you walk in and you're hitting the GH water farm buckets with your feet. Like, okay.
For what it's worth, I tried to tell those people. I tried to tell them, don't make the whole house to grow. But
that's very obvious. Anyway. All right. Thanks for the comment, VT Grows. Maestro, shout out. Love it. Good communication over there. Conversation, I should say, on realdgc.com. Subscribe to this channel. If you're hearing the words come out of my mouth right now,
yes,
a finger, the move of a controller. Let us know when we're doing stuff. Every Saturday, we're having these shows come out. And don't forget our other channel, DGC Grow Talk. All right, let's see what's going on with our other channels. The network, the DGC network, Scotty.
Yes. Grambo.
Yes.
Grambo's got his own network. We're not sure. Is it the fam?
It's the Gram fam. And if there's any Asian guys from that if your name is Gram fam, you win.
Dude, I couldn't get Scotty Real on Facebook, rather. There's got to be a Gram fam on Facebook.
There's got to be a Gram fam out there. But yeah.
Hey, but you did a good show, man. And it was, man, what is you got? 100? How many views you got on this video? 174,000.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. But yeah, I went full clickbait face. And I blame ICANN THC.
Yeah, man. So why is everybody ditching dispensaries if it's not what we think, Grambo?
Well, the thing is that you go to these places and they're growing the fire. I've been let into a couple of commercial dispensaries this year to film, and they're growing the fire. And then maybe on the back end, you get it and you go, where'd the fire go? And as we know, the dry and cure is so important. It's the most important, honestly.
They're not doing it?
They're not doing it. In Colorado, we call it the MED, the Marijuana Enforcement Division.
Yeah.
They don't recognize curing as a state of marijuana growing.
Oh,
so
no.
if you want a cure room, they say no. So you have to do it all in dry. And just like Maestro said with the crippy, Scotty, there's miracles. I got a miracle, buddy. Yeah, people want shake.
That's why it's not that they're not doing it. I think Colorado is trickier. They're doing it incorrectly. And maybe it doesn't get to market quick enough or is not fresh. We just did a little, we talked about that last Saturday about how, fresh, how once it gets so old, you're losing terps and flavor. I mean, it's an investment on a commercial level for your dry and cure area. And I was surprised here, Scotty and I, we got our little Canatrols, for us, they do 2 pounds. Canatrol does whole rooms for commercial facilities.
Sure.
But a lot of people will skip over that. Before that, also, I've seen, was it at Michigan, Matt? The dry and cure rooms that involves a commercial dehumidifier, a commercial mini split. You got to treat it just like a dry and cure VPD like we do in the grow.
Yeah, but what he's saying is that the government doesn't allow for that. They're only going to allow you a certain amount of weight as, ready to go product. And then you can't say, well, no, this isn't ready to go product. It's in a holding. It's in my curing area for up to 6 weeks. But we can go anytime you want. It's ready to go.
Everybody else. You're like everybody. It's blame the government. I get it. I pulled a comment here from Garth Flystalker. What's up, Garth Flystalker?
Nice.
That's awesome.
With Homegrow, your quality never stops getting better as you keep learning.
Hang on a second. No, stop. I've had terrible harvests.
But you were learning.
But I've definitely learned by getting beat up sometimes, man. But I dig what you're saying, Garth.
Every time you have a successful harvest, you feel as though you're an expert compared to what knew after the previous grow. And that cycle of learning is almost perpetual. There's always a new technique or methodology to discover that boosts your quality. You eventually reach a point where your home grow quality is so good that you can taste the garbage they put in at the dispo. I've never gotten a headache from my own home grow, but at least half of dispo flower I've ever bought gave me a headache due to a lack of proper flushing or due to mediocre dry cure. Interesting. Thanks for the comment, Garth Flystalker. I don't want to throw dispensaries under the bus. There's some good ones. There's some growers and businesses that know what the hell they're doing. Can it compete with home grow, I guess, is the question here. I mean,
depends how good of a home grower you are, man. I've had homegrown that's terrible. Yes, I'd rather have dispensary weed.
I think it just ties into the freshness aspect of it. I don't think dispo weed can compare with how quick you can have, your fresh cured weed at home. And that's maybe the issue with and that's not on them. Maybe it's what you said earlier. It's the government, Scotty. It's the government.
Man, talking in generalizations is kind of, I don't know. It's a bummer, man. All home growers aren't the same and all commercial grows aren't the same. You just can't just because you're doing it for money as a business or just because you're not and doing it at home. Come on, you could have all sorts of ways of managing that grow room and how you care and how much profit you care about making. I know home growers that sell shit wet, they just want to. All right. Hey, am I talking about me? No, I'm just kidding. Home growers, though, they'll sell wet stuff. They'll sell stuff with bugs on it. It's some people will.
I mean,
some people will.
Maybe in a rough market. What market are you in? Not in the market where I'm at or Colorado.
I'm not talking about me. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about somebody else that calls themselves a home grower. One out of the 250,000 out there.
I want to, before we go on to your channel, Scotty, remind the growers out there, I mentioned Canatrols in there. Scotty and I both use those. The gear that we use is gear that we believe in. It's not just BS. It's not just getting a paid deal to push product. RealDGC.com/deals. You can find the list of the community there of people that not only support us, but other people in the content creation community. Vote with your dollars. Go to realdgc.com, get all the coupon codes, and pimp out your grow, right? Pimp it out. I always wanted to make the show, Pimp Your Grow. Nice. Let's do one.
They don't have that. Somebody has to have done that already. No?
Someone's done a version, but we should do it right.
All right. Deal.
Do we have a budget?
Scotty Real.
Yes, sir.
Scotty Real 420 on YouTube. What do you got going on? Bloom boosters?
I broached the subject, man. Do they even work? And so you'll stop using bloom boosters once you know about this. And that's a little clickbaity, but what you want to know about is nutrient antagonism. And that if you put a whole bunch of potassium, P and K is those boosters, K is potassium, if you put a whole bunch of that in there, you screw up the ratio, and then you lock out calcium and magnesium. So you have to add CalMag now. It kind of seems a little silly to me, no?
Do you have the Prove Me Wrong sign up? Because I just
could be.
I say, yeah, I mean, so you can definitely grow with a straight NPK and micros, no boosting needed. If you know what you're doing with your strain, there have been scientifically proven, like I added this amount at this time in flowering. I don't have those exact numbers for you because every growth
scientifically proven. Don't get me. I'm going to throw this phone if you say scientifically proven, but don't have the science behind it. It's become a new pet peeve of mine.
We had a bit of comments of people using some bloom boosters, and Scotty hates it when I say this, at half strength. It's like, what does that mean? What does that mean, dude? But
dude, it's a simple chemistry, not simple chemistry. There's a formula, I make the grow dots, man. If you have too much of one thing, it locks out another thing. Grambo, you have it up, the nutrient antagonism Mulder's chart.
Yes.
You're very smart, sir. Yeah. But it's not guesswork about it. You've got these positive charges and double positive charges and only a certain amount of negative spots on there to hold the stuff. If you add a bunch of potassium in a 50-30, I think, or 30-50, I don't know, whatever. If you're adding 30 units of potassium, that is like a giant mob of single positive charges. You're going to kick out the double positive charges can't get on there. So you're definitely going to screw up your amount of calcium and magnesium that can get into the plant.
Woodsy Feller, maybe he kind of agrees. Bloom boosters don't help unless you are PK deficient.
Thank you.
Again, okay, I'll come back with Live Healthy is saying PK 13, 14, that's a canna product, and Boost, that's an enhancer. That's different. That's like a biostimulant, the Boost. That's an extract of plants. But the PK 13, 14 has been around forever. I've seen different grow. Not every. They will admit. Do you need to use this in the line? No, you do not need to use it. But we definitely have growers that have found out how to use it for the grow. And don't use any bloom boosters if you haven't grown out the strain you've grown out on a basic program. No, then there's no way you're going to know if they're doing anything for you. I'm not a full fan saying you need one. They have their place in some gardens.
Don't be so defensive. I'm about to agree with you, dude. You know why PK 13, 14 makes sense? Is because canna, you run equal parts A and B the entire time. So to give that plant in the beginning of flower, I think you only use it once in the beginning of flower, just a signal by spiking some P and K for just a week. I'm not mad at that at all. And then and it's not a 0, what are they? 0, 50, 30s, the big cool bloom and stuff on. They're super powerful, man. But anyway, man, something like that, I'm not mad about. And that the boost rather, that's a bloom additive, man. That is like one of those things that is loaded with the oligosaccharides that they get from kelp. And that's more of a hormone booster. I'm not mad about that if you're trying to grow big butts.
I like it. No, that product that we used to have that be under lock and key in the hydro store. I remember we had a video image of a guy walking out when the store is busy with the biggest, I think like 20 liter or something, which is worth
how much? God, a couple $1,000, right?
Dude, shout out Canna was one of our first podcast supporters. Yep. And they used to pay us in nutrients a little bit. So keep it on the down low, but it was good.
Oh my God, there you go, Tony. And by the way, the reason that's expensive, it's hard to make. They have to enzymatically digest that stuff, like certain parts of kelp. They have to, filter out, stratify, Grambo. Hey, you know what? Banner is here.
Banner.
He's been working, man, ever since we started. He's been the only guy. I feel bad saying that. Him and Grambo have been the only guys working, man. I was just busy getting high. Well, what's up, Banner? You ready to join us, man? Close that window, sir. All right? Join us. All right. Sounds good.
I see Banner's a sticker computer guy. I'm not a sticker computer guy. Maybe I should get into that. Looks pretty. I like it.
I saw his put a sticker on my computer, and then it broke the next week, man. So no more stickers.
That's because you were not using Apple, Scott.
Oh, don't get me started. They're pressuring me. Yes, sir.
DGC Grow Talk, guys. That is the other Dude Grows channel. We have shorts over there, consumable information. You know, we cut our Wednesday show. I shouldn't say we cut our Wednesday show. We're hanging out every Wednesday on Real DGC TV.
We moved it.
Yeah, I mean, it was push come to shove, guys. You know, we wanted to be able to do the show. Scotty was getting kind of bummed, like, dude, I can't even show Diagnosing anymore. You know, if you guys hadn't seen what happened to Strange Show Matt recently, it's horrific. So we just like, hey, let's do what we want on realdgc.com every Wednesday, 4:20 Mountain Time. We're hanging out. It's free to join, free to be in the show. Fun ass chat. Tons of people going off their grow. So bring it on over there.
And then, my bright idea was for the DGC, for the Dude Grows Shorts channel. Man, we're doing them live in front of a studio audience.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's been fun. We did the first one last week. You'll see them on Dude Grows Shorts. They come out periodically. I think they come out twice a week, right?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Those will be popping out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And we've been recording them. We get the input of the chat, and then we try our best to sound smart. Grambo, you do a good job.
That's what I want to. That's how I want to do it. I want to try my best to sound smart, learn in public with other growers. I've never claimed to be an expert the whole time I'm in, and I don't want to be the expert fully. I just like to have fun learning with the DGC, have them laugh, you know?
I just want to be big.
You accidentally become an expert, though. It's just like the Matrix. Where it's like, I know Kung Fu.
I know.
Someone
so
who's a new grower will ask me a question. I'll be like, oh, that's so interesting. Let me tell you about chloroplasts. And they go, how do you know this? And I go, I don't know.
If he says Photosystems 2, you have to smoke, man.
Oh, man, phytochrome far red.
Hey, you know what, brother? We know because we hang out, and at this point in the world, you can just ask questions, man. You can just say, hey, man, how the hell does photosynthesis work? How's the chloroplast have anything to do with it? How's nitrogen have anything to do with that? You know, it's pretty awesome, man. I learned all of that.
Yeah, no, it's totally awesome. Dude, come on over there, guys. It's an awesome show. We get to do what we want. We're cleaning out our genetic library as well. We're going to have packs every single show. So come on over and hang out. Guys, producers on realdgc.com, you have access to the whole archive. If you've missed any of these lives, you can catch them. Just go over to the producers area on Real DGC. You'll be good to go.
Just go back where you were before to the channel.
Okay.
And what are you doing to me, man? Can you blow that up?
I'm making you.
We don't
excited.
Look like that in real life, do we?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
My wife walked by the TV. She's like, what is he doing to you?
It's the classic, there's certain heroes I have, like James Rolfe from the Angry Video Game Nerd. Certain people are very expressive. So we always say great moments in freeze frame. I'll find these moments of like you saying something. Like, remember the one when Grambo pulls up the VPD chart?
Yes.
It's just like perfect,
Guys, leave some poo emojis in the chat, in the comments, because Grambo, you're awesome, brother. You go above and beyond, and so it makes the show great, man.
Thank you, guys.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's switch it back to Grow Talk from realdgc.com, guys. Kick it on over there. Get your grow questions up. Anybody can do it. Let's do this. All right. Can you really run a 15-hour light cycle to save money and electricity? And how short of a day can you run without flipping into flower? I mean, this is brought up here. I mean, to me, I've always been on the 18.6. That's what's taught to us, right?
Yeah, 18.6. Sometimes for convenience, I'll go on 24.0. But you always thought, 18. Yeah, I know. 18.6 was always the rule, right? Then 12.12 for flower.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's what we're trying to, as the plant gets less light, it wants to go into flower. It makes me paranoid taking it down, though, because that's what happens in nature. Each day, I don't know how many minutes off the top of my head, the day shortens, the day shortens, the day shortens, and eventually you see pistils. It's not like in our grow room where it's just, bam, let's make this happen.
Yeah, but just to be really clear right off the bat, plant flowers when it gets 12 hours of darkness. It needs a minimum of 12 hours of darkness to flower. So without that, so in theory, wow, yeah, I guess in theory, 11, even if it got 13 hours of light, right, that would only be 11 hours of darkness. It shouldn't flower. In theory,
yeah. Well, this was originally brought up to save money, to run, usually what is it, off peak? This is from Bad Grandpa. It says if you're in the middle of an 18.6 vegetative light cycle and running from 1 to or running 18 hours on, can you back it up 3 hours? You're still going to run your 18 hours light to get the full benefit of off-peak power pricing. Most places, I think, at night have the cheapest power, I'm assuming, especially in the summertime. This conversation was kind of brought up by Bad Grandpa, producer over on DGC, and it says, can you back up a few hours with your light cycle? So Bad Grandpa's running 18.6 right now. He's in the middle of a veg cycle. He wants to back it up 3 hours to benefit of the off-peak power savings. Most places, I think, at night, if you can run your lights at night, is when you save the most.
Not even at night. It's after the factory shut down. Basically not 9 to 5, right? Like around 9 to 5 when everybody goes to work and all the factories are going and all the businesses are fired up. That's when the power is almost triple the price of in the evenings when the power plant is still running. They're not just shutting it down, and they need to do something with that power. So they encourage, it's called off peak, but peak is like triple. Peak is expensive.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, definitely to answer Bad Grandpa's question, in a vegetative light cycle, you can just back that up. I'm not sweating the plants getting aggressively stressed because of that. But do you really need that full 18? That's what we started this by saying doing a 15-hour veg. I mean, are you going to get enough? And let's get into it. DLI with 15 hours on.
It depends how much light you're giving it. What's your PBFD, bro? But yeah, hey, so definitely a short answer is, yeah, you can definitely run your lights for 15 hours on, 9 off, but you just got to make sure, you got to understand, you got to raise your light up to compensate for those 2 less light hours. So you're getting the same amount of light photons, man.
I will say I haven't seen it in every grow, but I have seen in some grows at a certain point when a grow's getting blasted by high PPFD, the leaves love it. They're praying. And then once they receive, even though the lights aren't off for 3 hours, they start to go down. I've seen them they're like, man, we're good. We got all we could take today.
I like it. They call that the attitude of the leaves also. They change their attitude. Yes, that's awesome, man. Hey, man, you said DLI, and we'd be remiss if we did not say that's really what this is all about. DLI, daily lighting integral. It just means the total amount of light photons. I think of them as little raindrops or particles that are falling down on the plant in a day. And you think of like a bucket. You can fill that bucket up, having it rain really hard for 13 hours a day or 15 hours a day. You can rain a little bit less hard and fill that bucket up the same in 18 hours. So DLI is how full that bucket is. And really, yes, sir.
With a dimmable LED, I'm kind of doing the same. Let's say I run for 15 hours. I have my, PPFD turned up to my LEDs turned up to 65%, whatever that equates to at canopy is going to be LED height off canopy. But let's say I run it for 15 hours at a more intensity or 18 hours at a lower intensity. I'm using the same power kind of, or if you're following me.
Yeah, you're filling the bucket up the same amount. And like I said, it's called DLI. It's usually like a number between 1 and, 100, somewhere around there. And Grambo, me and you do this all the time, but here's the formula. It's pretty simple, right? What is it? PPFD times 3,600 times DLI? No. Divided by 1,000,000, all right, Grambo?
I mean, PPFD, it stands for photosynthetic photon flux density. These things are very complicated. Don't get bogged down by the definitions. It's very easy to intuit as a grower.
Click the next one, Grambo. You can simplify this for them.
All righty.
There you go. I mean, this is the formula. It's DLI, the amount of light you have times DLI, the number you're going to get equals the amount of light, the strength of it, which is PPFD, which we all know about, times the amount of hours you're running it. And this is times it by 0.0036.
Which I think is the amount of a second's ratio to a day.
Yeah, yes. That is what it is, because this is per second.
Yes.
How many photons are falling on the plant?
Per meter squared per second. And that all sounds so confusing, but it's intuitive as a grower, we assure you.
Grambo, click the next one, man.
Clicking.
There's an infographic.
Oh, boy.
This is what I do while riding the exercise bike. I was all proud of this until I realized. Dude, the chat's pretty freaking amazing, man. But it shows 18.6 DLI compared to 12.12. Dude, this does bring up some stuff, man. All right. So when you go from 18.6, if you're at 800 ppfd, we'll say you're running 18 hours. That's up in that top left corner there. You're at 51.8 DLI, which is pretty high, right? That's pretty good. When you go down to 12.12, you lose a third of it. You're down to 34 DLI. That's significant. So now if you want to, and then go down in that middle lower box, if you want to match your DLI, you have to go up from 800 ppfd to 1200 ppfd when you hit flowering. We know when you're up at 1200 ppfd, you're going to need some CO2, right? So running a super high, running a super high DLI without CO2, without the whole environment, I don't know. It all ties together, sir.
Yeah, and keep in mind, you don't need that high of ppfd to grow some dank. You can be lower. We're just talking about putting the turbos in. You can be down at 800 and flowering and be doing okay.
Hey, do me a favor. There's that calculator. Shout out to does anybody use the Photon app? I know that we talk about it. You're supposed to get that diffuser. You put some paper over it. It's like a phone ppfd meter. But these guys have a good DLI calculator. Oh, yeah, you got to go up to Cannabis. Look, they put it right up top. Yeah, baby. But yeah, it just gives you some questions. But that's a really easy way if you want to calculate your DLI. Pretty cool.
I like it. That brings me to the next point on here. I see alternate light cycles, 24 on in veg. Why? I mean, you're going to be going way over your DLI, correct? I mean, 24 on, and I always say when I leave my timer is screwed up, or I left my LED on the on phase instead of timer phase, my plants start to get angry a little bit. They don't look as happy without the sleep.
Yeah, it's not the DLI really matters how much ppfd. So theoretically, when they say cannabis is a C3 plant, which means it can photosynthesize and respire, it can make sugars and move sugars at the same time, doesn't need to sleep like other plants do. So you can theoretically run 24/0. If I run 24/0 on my clone dome, I keep my veg at 24, just on 24 hours, and it works. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, it works, but it is doing two things at once. When you give those plants that 6 hours of rest, man, it just shuts off all the photosynthesis stuff and just lets it respire, lets it moves all those sugars around and turn them into energy. It can do that while it's got traffic going both ways. But when you shut one lane down, just let the nighttime activities happen, it is what the plants evolved to do,
They tell me. I can see. I figured out, why do you guys look like this? Oh, my God, I left the light on 3 days, 24 hours a day.
Again, it's the DLI, man. You definitely, if I had my choice, though, of hitting a DLI at 24 hours, if I had a really push veg, man, I don't know. Hitting DLI is like hitting the maximum possible amount of light the plant can absorb. If your environment's all perfect, if your watering is all perfect, if your CO2 is spot on, I don't know if we should be advising that everyone needs to hit the maximum DLI.
Maximize your grow, baby. You get valuable real estate up in there. For me, guys, I'm an 18. I don't like change. I'm 18.6 for veg. I don't run a lot of LEDs. You know what? Thank God, LEDs. It's a good time to be a grower. They're half the water than our HPS counterparts. You're usually not spending a ton of money as a home grower running a 300 watt, a 400 watt, whatever you got going on. 310s, even that's not crazy.
Yeah.
But you can't save money by running them at night. I don't go with any other of the light cycles, but I don't know. What about you?
You know what? No, I just run 12/12. I will say, man, the thing that 18.6, remember Rasta Jeff's always saying 18.6 the last week? That's an alternate light cycle that I think about sometimes while brushing my teeth. Like, does it do anything? What do it do?
I don't thought about it, but I'm not going there. I'm not going there. Nothing against people trying their own thing, man, but it's not for me.
I'm just thinking the plant is senescing. So I don't think it's actively building the terpenes and cannabinoids anymore. They're just kind of mellowing. They're converting. So yeah, I don't know why more PPFD, more light for more of that energy, if the plant senescing is really going to help. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Let us know, guys, man. Do you do anything? The weirdest one is like, dude, I do 12 on, 3 off, 1 on. Like, some of those blow my mind. But leave me some comments with evidence. Be like, this is what I've done for years, and this is why it works, because this plant takes like a bit of time to get evidence on multiple cycles.
What about the 1313?
Craziness, like you just put here. Craziness.
You know what, though? We were doing the math on it. Me and Banners, actually. He does math. He knows math. Grambo, let's see. 13 hours on, 13 hours off, or 12 hours on, 12 hours off, which is going to deliver more light in a week.
Sorry, I was looking up the gas lamp technique. If you guys, what dude was alluding to, where it's like 8 on, 3 off, 2 on, 1 off, and they do the gas lamp, and it's a technique that people get the dank out of.
I don't trust that. That's from 2015, man. Yeah, that's the gaslighting
Banner.
No, 1313 was trippy. It's a quick question, all right? Because I had to check my math on this. 1313 for a week and 1212 for a week deliver the exact same amount of light.
Yikes.
The exact same amount of light time, hours. It's deceptive because at 1313, you only get like 6.5 cycles per week. Anyway, man, it is interesting, but 1313, I think there's something to it because it sends a stronger, the more, what we said, the plant needs 12 hours of darkness to sleep. To flower. At 13 hours of darkness, it's an extra hour. It reinforces those flowering hormones. It just strengthens the flowering signal. And they say it cuts up to a week off.
All right. What's next? 1414. This is like mountain bikes, man. I hear they're coming out with 32-inch wheels. What the hell's happening? Come on.
Is that really? That's awesome. 29ers are over, dude.
No, let's give some thanks. Let's give some shout outs to the producers, man, the backbone of this show, keeping Grambo on the boards, Banner behind the scenes, taking care of business. So, man, you producers, you really make this happen for us. And first off, Scotty, you got to pay me up front. What's up, associate producer? Pay me up front. Love it.
High C looked at that one. He goes, I like that.
Yeah,
I like it.
He was drawn to that one.
You know what I'd like, man? Grambo, after the show, me and you going to get us some Big Macker.
Oh, man.
Big Macker 6 to 6. Don't forget about Chadsworth.
Yes, Chadsworth.
We're going to Chadsworth to eat Big Mackers.
Indeed.
Thank you very much.
That's the old AI assistant, something Worth or something back in the day.
Jeeves.
Jeeves. There we go.
You got to ask Jeeves.
I invested in that. The Google. It seemed like but such a better name to invest in than Google.
You know, famously Google was a misspelling.
Is it?
Yeah, that's not how Google is spelled.
It was going to be Google.
Awesome.
They effed it up.
Yeah. Hey, you know what we're going to do here? Hang out every Wednesday on Real DGC. We're going to have our coughing break. What's up?
Yes.
Love it.
And then we can also tell some unspoken truths.
Whoa.
We had DGC Cup, Unspoken Truth, another associate producer. And up here in Canada, what's up, Kuzmas?
Yes.
Your favorite exterminator, DGC flower provider, always sending me dank ass shipments that the post office is like, you got to put this stuff better.
I love it when the mailman comes up to you and goes, dude, you got to do something about this.
Canada's killing it. Love it.
If you're a DGC producer, make sure Banner put it front and center right on our homepage of realdgc.com. Click on the producers area. Everything is there for you now, so you can know what's going on. We just hooked up an AC Ifinity Terraform air conditioner last month.
Wow.
30% off. Yeah, baby, it's summertime. I'm trying to get some AI cameras for this month. 30% off Real Growers all the time. Thank you, Scotty, for your complete growing system. You're looking over there right in the producers area and see what's going on, man. We appreciate your support.
Absolutely.
All right. Prohibition, man.
Hey, did you guys see the latest anti-cannabis propaganda in the Wall Street Journal this week? Coincidentally, right when it goes Schedule 3. It does make you wonder who's paying the bills over there.
I mean, the Wall Street Journal says that science says it's bad for them. Literally. Teenagers have easy access to cannabis. Science says it's bad for them.
And then I looked at comments, and the first comment was, "Yeah, we don't have to really read the article, Grambo." Okay, they go, "When the hell have teens not had easy access to marijuana?" And it's true. Yeah, since the 70s, it's been pretty easy to get weed.
I mean, according to, I think you're well, not teen anymore, but when my kid was a teen, and I still have one that is, they have zero interest. I mean, I think because it's available, like the parents do it, it's not cool. I don't know. Not much of an interest in it. I know, not like it was.
Yeah, damn, Grambo, they're not letting you in, are they?
They're not letting me in. They want their money. Pay me up front is what they're saying.
No, you're right. Nice callback. But this, I mean, it does remind you. Remember scromiting a couple months ago?
Oh, do I remember that?
Does anybody know anybody that is scromited? I still want to know, man. I want to get that high. But it does seem weird, man. I mean, we know that these guys like the Wall Street Journal or companies like the Wall Street Journal do depend on advertising. And the biggest advertiser, at least that I see on TV, is Big Pharma. And I think to myself, I'm like, man, it just went Schedule 3. Big Pharma should love this stuff, right? And then I'm like, wait a minute, man. Big Pharma loves selling super expensive boutique on patent medicines for a
come up with a name. Come up with a fancy name.
Revexa.
For people that study these things, like peptides are in the news a lot right now. They're very, very beneficial, but they're naturally occurring. Big Pharma can't patent it. So even though they're a miracle drug for humanity, we're not really into that.
How about Dabera X? I don't know.
I'm telling you, it's because they can't sound anything like any other medicine.
Have you tried Dabera?
Have you tried Rexulti?
Stressed after work?
Yeah.
Dabera.
Well, but so your play kind of is in the fact that, you know, since it's very easy. I always said when we have this conversation, I think it's going to be great that people can get access to cannabis through their own healthcare, hopefully, or their doctor can prescribe them, but they're not going to let them have flour. It's super easy. Go ahead. Does it seem very passionate?
Well, does it seem like they're going to do that? Because there's all this anti-cannabis propaganda probably is saying that, hey, we really don't want cannabis to be recognized as this universally amazing medicine that you can grow in your backyard and treats a whole wide variety of ailments and is very inexpensive. That doesn't make no money for Big Pharma. So I think they're actually against going to still be against medical cannabis, even if they're able to sell it.
Do you remember what the president said as he was talking about it? He's like, they're slow walking me here. They're slow. The main president, the commander in chief, there's groups of people that are still like slow rolling him. Fascinating.
Not till that True Leaf girl got there, man.
The slow walking me, Scotty, the slow walking me.
There's too much evidence in front of people's faces, even deep in prohibition these days, about the benefits, to where the fear mongering, I don't think, can really last only so long. And it's the thing I am excited for, though, is that Big Pharma can, divide up. And you don't like this, I think, Scotty, but let's say they find that THCV cannabinoid in this certain strain that they've isolated and can put in a pill form that severely helps people sleep without the crazy ass side effects of some of the other things. That's a benefit, no?
It's $1,800 a month, man, for your THC Veboxy. THCV isolate. I don't know, man. I don't believe that. And I believe that it's whole plant medicine. You don't see me using distillate, do you? And smoking distillate.
It definitely, I believe in whole plant medicine. The whole entourage effect. There are definitely a good percentage of people that would love to benefit from cannabis's medical things, but they don't want to get high at all either.
Yeah.
Like the high feeling. So I think there might be something there. I just want them to be able to research it more. That's one benefit. I think some decent products will come from Big Pharma, but you're right. You can grow your own at home. It's not that hard to do. It's awesome that this plant isn't that hard. I've grown a lot of different things at home. It's probably easier to grow than some orchids. There's so much information,
right,
man.
Man, you say you want them to be able to research it. that's open-ended, or I don't know. It depends who's doing the research and if they're doing it with some validity, or
only on strains that are THC free.
Yeah, right. No, but it's there's so much BS research going on, man. There's all these studies that are coming out. Do me a favor, Grambo, click this. I want to shout out to this guy. Yeah, Blue to Green podcast. Does weed actually make you dumb? What 8 studies really show? And what is this? 15 minutes long or so? 21. Dude, if you guys get a chance, watch this. He does a really good job. He's just kind of a regular dude that goes, hey, look, I'm tired of this BS science. And I just went and looked at all these studies, and here's what's wrong with each one of them. And I mean, he made such good points, man.
Be patient. Scotty, I will say, made me watch this last night. And it's like, okay, just be patient with it. It is good information.
Oh, I thought it was good, man.
I'm not saying that wasn't good. It's just the way I don't know. Check it out. You can have your own opinion on it. But I do agree. I want to hear some comments from the people that, this is a hot subject. Prove me wrong. But do you think Big Pharma will provide some helpful products that are cannabis derived, or derived from THC, derived from certain flower?
Hey, man, these studies that he is referencing here, they really are concerning. And they're just poorly done. I mean, they're so, like, the whole idea is you do a scientifically valid study and then you show people, you publish it, and then other people try to replicate it. There's none of that going on. And the studies really aren't scientifically valid. Like, if you're going to study something, you do it in like a clinical setting, right? You would go, okay, you're going to stay here. I think we need to do it with prisoners, do a prisoner weed project.
I bet they'd be down with that.
Because you need to keep people in a setting and be like, all right, we're giving you the exact same strain, the exact same time. You're going to be subject to the exact same stimulus, just like you do with plants when you want to learn something. What happens? How bro science is, hey, man, what'd you do to that plant? I used a bloom booster. Did you look? Was it better or worse? Oh, it's better. That's what they're doing. They call you up. They go, hey, we're doing a survey. How much weed did you smoke this week? Do you feel better or worse? Okay. It's all self-recording stuff.
And it's definitely tough to be accurate. I believe, I'm no expert. Everybody's endocannabinoid system we all have. I believe it has different receivers, maybe receives different things from THC and different cannabinoids in the flower differently. Obviously, there's plenty of people we know that smoked. Be like, I'm never going to smoke again. I didn't like that at all. And plenty of people smoke. That's great. That totally helped with this. And the next person's like, I just got really anxious. So it is tough to come to do a really good study.
Yeah. And it is hard to. And hopefully, I don't know, is it coming? Because it's hard to do a really good study a lot of times because you have to get funded. It costs a lot of money to do these studies. Who's going to fund you? And what do they want? What are they hoping that the study is going to find? If I find a study on microbes, I'm hoping that study finds that microbes are awesome,
I mean, really, we just look at what's already been happening within consumers. It's pretty conclusive for a lot of things. Do we really need the studies? Maybe for some more specific instances, I think.
Yeah, I just thought it was crazy. I was looking at the guy explained it with these studies. He's like, they didn't ask you how strong the weed was that you smoked. They went there. There was something that came out recently, the Wall Street Journal thing. The cannabis lowers your IQ. And they didn't ask them when the last time they smoked before they took the test was. They didn't know if they smoked and partied the night before, got a crappy night's sleep and showed up. It wasn't done in any kind of clinical setting. And it just is bad science. None of it's replicable. And you just got to wonder why the Wall Street Journal suddenly is hopping on board.
Yeah. I hope for nothing too negative. Man, it's 2026. I say that so much. I wish we were a lot further. I can't believe we're not completely celebrated in all 50 states, federally legal, and everything is good. But hopefully we'll get there soon. I'm not fearful of Big Pharma. I would like to know in some comments, guys, do you think, and this will probably spark some conversation, that they will, I feel they will bring a few good products, a few helpful things. And I don't think, the cat's out of the bag for the home grower. You can keep doing that if you want to do that as well. But let me know.
I don't know, man. A lot of these laws are being passed and they're not allowing for home grow. You know, and then if they don't do that, then you've got these giant vertically integrated companies that can only sell their fancy products. I don't know, man. I'm concerned, bro. You guys tell me, do you trust what's going on? The whole Schedule 3 thing? Do you think there's shenanigans going on? I would like to know in the comments.
Oh, you're in the can't trust it zone. I like it.
I can't trust it.
All right. That was maybe a little heavy for the Saturday show, Scott. I want more Fall of Prohibition, seeing the dispensary on fire with smoke coming out of it like last week.
That was funny. All right, come on.
Let's laugh, dude. What do you got? Let's we got to get some good laughter. Laughter is medicine. Speaking of medicine,
it's Saturday morning, man. We're gonna lighten it up, right?
Yeah.
This meme came across my my Facebook. It's pretty funny, no? This is how John Lennon looked like two completely different people in the space of about 5 years is beyond me. What is that? It's between like 69 and 74 or something like that. 2 words. Weed and acid. That's 3 words. Sorry.
Weed and acid.
Weed and acid.
And leave a comment. Do you know who John Lennon is? I'd be curious to know.
Grambo, hold the effing phone, man.
I had a joke about Gomez Adams. I was like, I wanted to grow up to be Gomez Adams, but I grew up to be Fester. And no one got the joke. No one got it. They're
That's
like,
a funny
who's
joke,
Gomez Adams? Like, oh, people don't know stuff, so leave a comment.
Remember I played Little Big last week, Grambo?
Yeah.
Well, now this is what my feed is totally loaded with.
And if you did something
I don't know.
Is this Grand Theft Auto 4? What's happening?
Meanwhile, in Russia,
Are they being evicted?
I don't know anything about what's going on.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
like
hope
it,
that's
though.
what police in Russia look like.
I like it.
Oh, nice.
Just for reminiscence sakes, things are moving so
fast.
This is about maybe a couple of years. I don't know. This is in the 60s. So probably 5, 6, 7 years before I was born, late 60s. That is a 2 megabyte hard disk.
Oh my God.
That's
Wow.
a 2 megabyte disk right there.
Yeah. You can get a petabyte hard drive, which is 1 billion gigs.
Yeah. Can you really?
Yeah. It's like $150.
Oh my God.
Could be a Xenobyte. Don't quote me on it. I can't remember.
Grambo, is this your type?
Well,
Do you think this is real?
she illegally was twice the limit. But she was using her Tesla autopilot, Scott. So yeah.
They found her passed out in her Tesla driving on autopilot.
Yeah. That's
Asleep
crazy.
in the car on an interstate. That is insane.
rude.
Do you
It's
think
pretty cool.
Do you think there's a lawyer in the country that could get her off because she wasn't driving? Do you think?
Oh my God, you are brilliant, man. You are brilliant. It wasn't me. It was CBD.
I have a buddy who legitimately, I won't name him, but he's like, sometimes I fall asleep and just wake up at my house.
That's not cool.
And so when you asked if there was
Being another guy on the road,
Mr.
that is
Ponton, I
not
believe
cool.
you have a filter
this lawyer,
turned on in the
Good
video
job.
settings.
No.
You might want to
Dude,
Can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to.
that's a lawyer.
he's in court.
That's somebody's lawyer
And
on
he
a
goes,
Zoom court.
Your Honor, I'm not a cat. I'm a man.
My God.
It's tough out there.
Grambo, I still think she's a catch for you.
Call me at Josh Grambo. Follow me on Instagram. Hit those DMs. Do you want to date me? Because I'm available.
He'll drive. Grambo will drive.
I'll drive, baby. I don't drink. I got you, sweetie.
The car drives. You're going to be fine, Grambo.
boy.
And hey, favorite new YouTube, but Facebook channel, right?
All
Does Facebook have channels? This is Getty Ruxpin. Just does this for 8-10 hours.
And is it
Cool, man.
is it AI or is it real?
It better be AI. That's too weird to be real.
I mean,
man.
the 70s were.
I want to go to that kind of party, man.
This could be the 70s or AI.
What is the prompt they use for that?
Just.
I mean, I watch it for hours, man. It's my favorite show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hey, High C sent me this morning.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, if you don't think the media is reading a script, and is this real? Play this, Grambo.
Okay.
We really are living in a cognitive Wild West.
We really are living in a cognitive Wild West.
Living in a cognitive Wild West.
A cognitive Wild West.
Most people have near zero mimetic defenses or cognitive security suited for the age of synthetic media.
Near zero mimetic defenses
or cognitive security suited for the age of synthetic media.
The age of synthetic media.
What is happening? Is it? Everything's cool, right?
You know, they for the first time in history, there really are supervillains, and they really are capable of taking over the universe.
Don't
and
say that.
They're talking, man. They're talking.
God,
you know,
supervillain got me my AI camera within like 46 hours. No, I'm just kidding. Now they give me stuff like I order in the morning, they bring it in the afternoon. It's disturbing.
And I love it. God bless Bezos. We balds without beards. I respect you.
Yeah.
What about none of them were superheroes? They're all be supervillains, man.
Some of them. So like Zuckerberg right here.
Still hear Getty Ruxpin in the background.
He has a do you?
He's still partying.
Zuckerberg wears this medallion around his chest here, and I love it. It's Hebrew, and it translates to "May we have the courage to make our lives a blessing." And me and Extract Seller Kyle have taken that as like, may we have the courage. But then I was thinking, when you're worth billions of dollars and you're up to shady things on strange islands with weird people, you go, may we
watch
have
it. He's listening. He's listening.
I'm just saying, it's they're up to no good.
Grambo's just a character on Dude.
They're up to no good, and I love it. I want in.
Yeah, I don't want in.
That's how we get out of it. Grambo does not represent the views.
What is that, Grambo?
It's the Illuminati.
It's so creepy. You think that'll let them leave us alone?
I'm letting them know that I'm part of their. I want in, baby.
The idea that looks like what's on my dollar bill is even creepier, man.
You get it. It's all clicking. No. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you vibe.
Oh, no.
Let's go.
You guys and gals and growers want more Dude Grow Show. Don't forget about DGC Grow Talk, our other YouTube channel, as well as every Wednesday live 420 Mountain on RealDGC.com. Come on over and hang out, man. It is the uncensored show. And subscribe to this channel, man. Stay higher, of course. Have a good weekend if it's your weekend. And yeah, good times. Love hanging. Always have a good, feel better after the Saturday show. Gonna get a laugh or a little knowledge in, learn with the crew.
Absolutely. It is a good time. And I like the new style, man. I like hanging out Wednesdays live. So I'll see you over at RealDGC.com. Until then, dude, take her easy.
Later.